Hello everybody. Okay, new game, this Interstellar Rift. I want to give you a quick tutorial on how to get started, where to go, and how to actually just move your ship in the first place. I got this game yesterday and tried having a play on it and had no idea how to even get started with a lot of it. It took me a while to learn. So I just want to make a quick, simple, straightforward video on how to get started and what to do. I'm going for the Sentinel security systems. It seems like they're a bit more combat orientated, so it's a bit more interesting. If you like the mining side of it, I think you can use this tutorial as well to get the basics on what to do. So when you spawn in, you end up in one of these teleporters. All your panels here, you can actually look at them and you can choose things on the panel. You don't need to go into them or anything, just put your cursor on there, look at the buttons and press your mouse button to choose them. I'll go through the teleporter when we come back. Run on straight down the corridor. Both directions go the same way to the same hallway. It's got everything in it, so it doesn't matter which way you go. It's basically a big mirror image of the space station. And once you get into here, you can see a big space station. It's got a load of like shop sort of things that you can do in here. It's a bit overwhelming when you first get in here, but main things that you need to do is go over to your storage box, which when you come down the stairs is just to your right. This thing's called the vault, and this is kind of like anyone who's played WoW. I think everyone must have. It's like your bank in WoW, or just like your main chest, your sort of inventory. Here you've got your hydrogen, your oxygen, and your ammo. So these are things you start off with the game. If you chose the mining thing, then you won't have the ammo. You'll just have the other things. So click on them, and it picks them up, and you can see in the very top the boxes. That's your inventory, so it tells you what you're holding. You scroll your mouse wheel to select different things. So next we're going to want to go and get a mission, I think. So over here you can see there's a big Fort Bragg mission board. You can look at these screens, all three are the same. You can choose what missions there are. So scout system and then mission details. So you can have a little read. You need a skilled pilot to get some scouting data. Sounds a bit boring. Let's go culling the herd. New mission. There's greetings, noble pilot. We have detected a significant increase in the number of Skrill. So Skrill are the bad guys, I'm assuming, on this game. So okay, we'll have that one. Accept mission. Mission accepted. And he sends a message to you as well. A couple of important buttons that you might need to know on your inventory as well is if you press tab, you get up your armband thing, which has got a few buttons on here that are handy. The big one there is a message center, so you can read your mission that you've just accepted over message, and you can have a look at it there, so it tells you where things are. What else is in the tab? Ship map when you're in your ship. You can deal with crew, so if you start this game with some friends as well, you can go on here, create crew, and get your mates in your crew, and means you can share your ship and do things together. Status, so you can see the status of your ship and diplomacy of the star system or the star base that you're on, I guess. And device manager. This one, I've still not totally got to grips with how this thing works, but it seems like when you're in your ship, after you've built a ship and you get in your ship, you can kind of access certain parts and certain things, like if a doorway doesn't have power or other sorts of things, you can give it power through that. You can go through the concourse number 2, and it's just a complete mirror image of where we've just been. We're around here. And you can see here's the mission things again. So it's just, there's 2 rooms that are exactly the same. I'm not going to deal with anything else in here. Just briefly tell you, Storatron, you can store items, repair your ship. Oh, you can purchase your ship. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We do need to purchase our ship before we do anything, so it's in the Storatron, and this is where you can buy the starter ship. So depending on what group you chose to start with, I chose the military guys, and this is the ship they give me, so I'll accept that, and then I bought the ship. Now, every time I've played this game, I've always ran out of fuel so fast in the military guide, so what I want to try and do is try and buy some hydrogen if possible. So this is the galactic trade on screen here. You can click on other things, look on the right, and it tells us hydrogen here. So let's see if we can buy some if I've got enough money. So you can see that's how much we have. That's how much transaction cost, how much we'll have after it. So let's scroll it right down. Okay, so we can buy a little bit and not very much. 930, that's really not very much at all. So let's just buy what we can get of it. You really need plenty of hydrogen on this game, it seems. Righty-ho, so we've got our inventory. We've picked all our inventory up that we need to run in our ship. That's the main thing. If you don't have this, your ship's not going to go anywhere. And we've got a mission as well. So we'll head back towards the teleporters where we started. And at the teleporters, you've got to choose your ship. So this is the one that we just built. You can see the name of it, and it's orange, making it known that it's yours. So you click on it, shows you the floor plan of the ship, and then you just click teleport here. To get in the teleporter has a range of 500 meters. You may not be able to return. So I think the teleporters of these big ones have got a much larger range than the small one in the ship, but the ship's just outside the station, so we'll be able to teleport back if we want to. So you click confirm. 4 seconds. You have to run into your teleporter and just stand in here, and then it zaps you over into your ship. And here we go. So welcome to your ship. So this is where the teleporter is. I'll just give you a heads up on that. Teleporter screen is here. It took me a long time to find this screen. I was running around the ship everywhere looking for it. I don't know why I missed it so much, but if you want to go back to the Fort Bragg, then you can click on it, click teleport and jump back in, so go back there. So a quick show around. This thing seems to be like an electronic hacking computer station, so I've not yet done it, but I assume you can hack computers and shut them down or do things to them. I'm not entirely sure. Go back to the, so this is the engine room, and back here is the scrap computer. So how your game works with like picking things up out of space, you can't go out into space, everything's like solid rooms that you just teleport around in. But if you're close to asteroids or close to scrap, then you sort of, within your sphere of your ship, you can see them on screen. So if I've just shot a ship and it shows up with scrap here, I can click on it and then sort of suck it into the ship almost. And it works the same with asteroids as well. I'll have a big asteroid mining machine, and you can see a list of asteroids on it. So you click on one and then it just sort of sucks it from outer space into your ship, and then you can mine it inside your ship. This is a shield generator. Nothing totally exciting around here, and then there's some batteries and other things, which we'll get into further down the line when you're actually building things. So here, it's pretty hard to see, but this thing is your ammo computer. Yeah, it does say ammunition here. So if you scroll your mouse wheel to get to your ammo, and then E to drop, and you throw the big chest in there. And then we click insert crate. So we'll suck it in, chuck it up there, and now you can see we've got 1,200 out of 1,200 ammo, so our guns will actually work now, which is nice. Next is your engine room. This one was what took me so long to figure out, because there's no screens, there's nothing to tell you what it is. So yeah, if you get close to it and look to it, you'll see it says add hydrogen. So you scroll onto your hydrogen, and you just throw it in there with E. Put that little bit in there. Yep, so we've got a bit of fuel in the ship now. I'll show you up at the front how it looks. Open the door. We go to these panels just on the right up here and go on ship statistics. There you can see the fuel's gone up. I can add a little bit more just to make sure we've got full, but yeah, let's throw the rest of it in now. I'm going to use it no matter what, I think. I've had a couple of moments where I've been left in space with nothing left, and that gets a bit painful. So the other thing to get your ship moving is this thing here, which is your life support machine. If you go to the screen, you can see it says oxygen and carbon. Now, I assume they're going for like a science fiction, science facty type thing, whereby we breathe oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. So this thing sucks in the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and breathes out oxygen for us to breathe. So we don't need to do anything about the carbon just yet, but we just need to put oxygen in there. So if we, how do we do? Oh yeah, we drop it in here first. Oh, we're on hydrogen, oxygen. We need to be on oxygen. Drop it in there, and then we press this big button here, and it sticks the oxygen crate into the life support machine. So here you'll see the little number of carbon going up. So it's just sucking carbon out of the atmosphere, and you can press on this button, and it brings you some carbon back. So you're basically turning oxygen into carbon. Oops, there you go, I've just picked it up. So I've got 4 pieces of carbon, which isn't very much. Another thing to mention are these little sort of crate holding areas here. So these are like storage crates on your ship. You can just throw your box onto the storage crate and keep it stored. And I think that works for most things in the game, are all like represented as a big crate like this. It's a solid item that you can carry around. Alright, so we've got fuel on the ship, we've got oxygen on the ship. They're the 2 main things you need to get running. If you don't have them, you can't go anywhere, and you also will die without oxygen, so that's not done. So let's go away right into the bridge, or the little pilot's room, cockpit. So it's a 2-seater fighter, this one, so you can go out with your mates and have a fight if you want. Although I don't think there's any turrets on this, so there's not much you can do. You just have to sit there and do nothing. So you press E to get into your ship, and this is your pilot seat. So if you hold, which one is it? So right mouse button, and you can look around. Hold the right mouse button, you can look around your cockpit. And if you let go, it'll stay there, so you can deal with like this little screen on the back here. Press home to go back as well. So firewalls, no idea what they do yet. Engine statistics, so you can, yeah, you know, turn your engines off if you feel like it. Don't know why you do that, but I suppose you're saving power. Weapon stats, so when you get different weapons, you can put them in different groups, so you don't fire all your weapons at once. So yeah, that's simple. At the top here, you've got your weapon group, which you just saw on the screen. There's a cross here, so this is to enable and disable your weapons. And down here, we've got like your flight screen. It looks like this one's your speed. I've not quite worked out what the yellow one does yet, but we will find out as we're going. This button here turns it into a sort of easy flight mode, so you can see the big ring that's appeared, and now when I move my cursor to the right or to the left, it sort of moves the ship that way as well. You can also turn this on and off with tab on your keyboard, and if you don't want to fly like that, you can hold the left mouse button and drag while you're holding the left mouse button. That's another way of doing it. Ways of flying. You've also got the cross there gets you out of the seat. You can also press escape as well, which does the same. And here you've got a camera button, which is the outside view, and you can hold your right mouse button to scroll around and have a look around your ship. So yeah, that's about how it processes. Not sure how you get out of there without getting out of the seat, but anyway. So we want to go and find the mission. This is a huge thing. Here we go, I forgot about this button. So this one turns on like the map information or the screen information. So you can see these little dots that are hanging around here. It turns them on and off. You can see there. So if I press them, it makes them disappear. So we want to leave that on really. It's much easier to find where you're going in life when you've got it on. And now we need to find the mission, which I'm sure there must be an easier way to do this, but I haven't yet figured out how to do it. So if we just move the map around, we can usually see a solid circle. Maybe this is what it is, it's the defense drones. I'm lying about the solid circle. This must be the mission here. I can't remember what the name of the mission was that we got, so let's just have a quick peek at it and just check that that's what we're supposed to be doing. Cull the herd, mission, open, message. Greetings, noble pilot. We have detected a significant increase in the number of Skrill at Alpha, Polka Alpha. No idea. Since the local defense fleet is otherwise engaged, I feel your services will be more than adequate to thin the herd, as it were. Now run along under your civic duty, shall be compensated upon completion. So, in Civic Alpha, where, this is something I haven't yet quite figured out how on earth to get places, but these defense drones over here seem to be doing something. Let's go and have a quick peek at what they are all about over here. Let's just engage my weapons in case they do start shooting on me. So with your ship as well, W to go forwards, S to decrease. You can see on here, oh yeah, they're shooting at me. You can see you're, now I'm in reverse, so if I press W, it'll go forward again, and then A and D will strafe as well. Press tab to go into shooting mode, to go into easy flight mode. Ooh, okay, so you can see I'm not quite so good with flying these things just yet. It takes a little bit of work, I think. I don't think I'm even hitting him there, am I? I must be hitting him. Surely we're hitting him now. There we go. Boom, he's gone. Now let's hit the other one as well. Hitting him. There we go, we got him. Okay, so that's as simple as combat gets, really. It's not the most spectacular combat in the world, but you know, it works. It gets you there. So now, let's have a quick look at, let's just tab to go out of that mode, and let's have a quick look at what's going on with our ship. So shield had gone down and now it's recharging, and we have taken some damage on the armour. Assuming that's why everything's flickering like it is. So let's got some more red stuff down there. We've got how far is that? It's not close, is it? Drones, oh dear. Oh, they're not moving this way. No, they don't seem to be moving for now. So let's get out of the ship pilot seat and we can head to the back here. And on the scrap computer, should have, there we go, wreckages. So you can click on the wreckage and scavenge them. So it just sucks it into your ship, and it should spit it out here as well when it's finished. There it is, big chunk of scrap. Simples. Let's have the other wreckage here. Brass scrap. Let's have a bit of brass scrap as well. So, in short, that seems to be the basics of how to get out and how to do things. The mission, they usually come up on a big, sort of solid white. I'll show you how to get to somewhere different just quickly as well. So, say you wanted to go to, say your mission was over there, a long way away, 7.18 AU away. We want to go that way. So, start flying forwards. And then you hit your warp button at the bottom. You want to engage, it'll charge your warp up. And we're warping. And then you can see there's a little block here. If you press the up arrow or the W on your key, it will sort of upgrade you into the second level of warp. And then you can just keep firing it up. I think there's 9 levels of warp total that you can get to, but depending on how much power your ship has and how much it can pump out, depends how high your warp level can go. I think this thing can only go to 6 or 7 or something. I think getting to 7 now. You can see at the bottom it tells you your speed, so we're really lowering it now. There you go, so that's the max warp level now that we're at. If you want to go faster from the beginning, I think you can plonk a battery or 2 in the ship, buy some stuff to throw a battery in here. It should be enough to make you get higher warp levels and get you around faster. Well, then all you need to do is sit there until you get to the place. It's kind of Elite Dangerous style warping, where you're travelling at a distance and then you can just slow down your warp and slow down your warp when you get closer to it. Or you can hit the stop button straight away and it just stops you out of warp. So when you get to where you want to go, you just stop and there you are. So that's the basics of how to get started on the ship. It took me a long time to figure all this stuff out. Oh, ship's here. Oh no. Took me quite a while to figure out how the hell to do this, so yeah, it's not the simplest game to get started on. I think I'm going to have a play on it for the next couple of days or so to figure out how the hell to do everything else in the game, like I think the weapon's only effective over 2 kilometers. No, it killed him. Yeah, I'm gonna have a play and see if I can get figure out how to do the shipbuilding things as well. And I'll bring you a little tutorial on how to build your own ship as well when I've eventually figured out how the hell to do that. Hope this has been informal, and hope it will help you get into the game a bit quicker than it took me trying to figure out how to do everything. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Throw me a like if it did help, and give me a subscribe if you want to see any more future videos on this. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.